Hi guys, Sarah here. So today I'm going to be continuing from my last video, which was creating a traditional certificate design in Affinity Publisher with a little help from Affinity Designer for this awful signature here. So today I'm going to be creating a modern certificate based off of all the same elements, just a much more modern kind of digital age design. Not sure if this is going to stay or not, but we'll see. So let's, I guess, move on. I don't know what else to say other than let's get started. If you haven't watched the first video, I basically just set up 2 pages, one horizontal for the traditional layout, one more vertical, or not more vertical, just vertical for the more modern layout for the certificate. And I did each at 8.5 by 11. And I'm using an established, well, not really established, a brand that I designed in a previous video, which I will link in the description below. And everything is fake, but hopefully you'll learn something about, certificate design or something. Hopefully, we'll find out. So let's get started. I am just going to bring all of this stuff right over into my second page, like so. And let's just, make it so I could actually see all that. Did any of that, none of that copied? Oh, well, that makes it harder. Undo that. Off to a great start here. Just like so good, guys. Okay, copy that and bring that in. But we'll get rid of that guy because I'm not sure if we're going to bring it in. So right off the bat, you can see just by dragging everything in, it's already a much more modern layout or modern design just by it being vertical, which is interesting. I'm going to do a little more with this, but I think it's interesting that maybe it's just because it's so minimalist and there's a lot of like just extra white space. It's kind of nice actually. It's sort of just nice like this, but it's still very traditional, just in vertical layout. So we are going to modern it up. So let's see what to do to start. What should we do? For this one, I want to make the name the biggest thing, or at least hierarchy-wise, the biggest thing or the most important thing on the page. So I'm going to bring all this stuff down and out of the way here. I should check my guides actually. What are my guides at? I'm going to make it so my guides are the same as what I used initially here, which I believe was 1.25, maybe 1.75. Margins, we'll go 1.25. And then preview. I think that's about what they were. And I think, yeah, that would work. So we'll bring everything just in a bit more. And everything kind of up. And let's see how that looks. Pretty good. I'm not sure what I'm going to put here. Maybe a whole lot of nothing. So let's figure this out. I'm going to make the name Sabrina Spellman as the person who took this course, obviously, into a completely different typeface. Something that's a bit more modern, like Papyrus. Because when you think of modern, don't you just think, hey, what about Papyrus? Let's use that avatar font, Papyrus. It's so great. Pyrata 1. I do love this font so much. It's so beautiful, but I'm not going to use it for this because it wouldn't work. So I think we're going to go with Oswald. Isn't bad, actually. Oswald, not bold. Why would we want italic? Sorry, bold good, italic bad. That's not bad. I think we will test it as though it were all caps. So let's go to character, show typography, all caps, and close. Okay, so if I want to make this a bit bigger, which I am trying to do, or at least have the space to make it bigger, it needs to be on the 2 different levels. That's a bit big. Again, you still want to accommodate for the very long names, but I think that works. Although I'm thinking maybe it might be a little bit too bold. Oh, that's actually kind of nice. But maybe we should try... Why is Oswald regular defaulting to italic? A little annoying. Like, it's just regular. What? Okay. All right, that's a bit strange. Let's see if maybe I should do a different font instead. Let's go for something nice and safe. Like, where are we going? Bebas. That one's nice. I like that one a lot. Okay, so let's make this a little bit tighter on the leading and make it a bit bigger in general. Okay, that's not too shabby. And I kind of want to have these as two different colors, but at the same time, I also don't want to have a white background. So why don't we work on the background first? So I'm going to give this not that color background, because that's awful. Let's burn your eyes off. Oh, actually, that's not bad. Well then, what if I make this all... I don't hate that. The contrast is terrible. It's really terrible. Like if you ever printed that and then photocopied it, nothing's going to show. So we're going to try to do something with a bit more contrast. So why don't we get this, that nice blacky gray color instead, and we'll make everything white. That is nice, including all of this stuff here. Oops, no. That was mostly not strokes, and I give it all strokes. And we'll go like that. Okay. Okay, so definitely a bit more modern. Not too bad. And we can compare it with the original, which is much more traditional, but we're still definitely not quite where I want to be yet. But I do want to make this a different color. So let's make that the nice red color. I think the background needs to be darker. The red is good. There's just not enough contrast on the background. So I'm going to add another color that's just a little bit darker. Nice. Okay, I wonder if I should have used that for the... No, it works here because everything's on the dark color or on the light color. But for here, I think the darker works just a little bit better. Is that... Oh no. That needs to be perfectly white, not 75% white. And that... What about that one? Okay, that's 100. Okay, so I like that. So let's move this. Actually, we'll make this whole thing white here. And I'm going to make it just a tiny bit smaller. Like that. And what to do? We'll make... You know, why don't I move this over? I'm going to... What am I going to do? It's so compete-y. Like up in this one, these two really compete for attention. But here I really want Sabrina Spellman, like the name of the person who received the certificate, to be front and center, which means I have to make this, the fact that this is a certificate, a lot smaller. So how is it going to look if I put this on the side of that? But different. Okay, I'm using Bebas here, so I'm going to use Bebas here. It's Bebas, right? It's so weird word. Bebas? Bebas. Bebas. I don't know. But fortunately, you can read that. It's right there. So we're good. So certificate of completion, let's make that all the same size. What size is this? That's a pretty good size. 19, we'll do 18. Certificate of completion, and we'll make that better kerned. And you know what, let's rotate it like that. We'll bring our guides back. We'll stick that right in the center, and we'll make that align to the top of that, which I think it already is, but we're just gonna guarantee it there. And scooch it over a little bit. Okay, that is not bad. What about that logo? Maybe we move the logo over too. We'll have it like right there. Right there. Maybe we do need to make it a bit bigger, just so it's like there. Make the logo bigger. Guys, just always make the logo bigger. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta remember as a graphic designer, is just make the logo bigger. Yeah. the clients love to make the logo bigger. So that's what we did. I mean, it's still very tiny. So it's sometimes the comment making the logo bigger actually does apply. Because if you make it so tiny you don't see it, then, well, that needs to be bigger. Okay, anyway, I'm getting very off topic here. We are going to move on to this. I think with this one, we had our, Source Sans and Playfair Display for our serif font. And for this one, we're not using any serifs. It's Bebas and, well, I guess just the same, Bebas and the Source Sans. In which case, is that even like a good combination though? Well, I guess we'll find out. So we're going to change this to Bebas. Ooh, look at that. Oh, that's pretty. I like everything about that. This is going to be 10. And that is going, no, they can stay at 24. And then we'll bring that up to here. So it's aligned. Do I want to make that red? Not really. No, I really don't. Let's see. Should this, the kerning isn't spectacular on that anymore because I'm using a different typeface, so I don't really need to overkern it. And I think that works. Physiology fundamentals. Okay, I'm not using any Source Sans except for the stuff on the bottom. Except I feel like I should use two typefaces on this. What is this? Oh no, that one is still Source Sans and that one's Bebas. Okay, so that kind of works, although it's all in caps, so you're not really seeing the difference. And you might be competing. So maybe we bring this back up to source. Physiology fundamentals. And then that brings a lot of the focus back onto here. But we can make this a bit smaller at 20. Okay. All right. And then let's just scooch this. Let's all just scooch it somewhere so it works. We're going to make that nice and aligned, but at the very bottom of the page. And we can maybe bring this over there. So it's very modern. I like this. This is very nice and clean. So we can go back once again and compare. There's a huge difference between the feelings of both of these. This one is a lot more traditional. This one's a lot more modern, which was the point. Although it's still not complete. Or maybe it is, and I just have a problem with adding too many things until everything's overly complicated, which is kind of a thing that we do. So, okay, I'm going to check the spacing between elements, make sure they are all consistent, because it'll look better. So that's that. That is, no, that needs to be quite a bit lower than that. Bring that one down too. And I don't think I'm going to get the same spacing out of this on the side. And if I do, then it'll be right here. No, I don't think that needs to be spaced exactly the same. That's, as long as our vertical spacing is fine, and I don't think we need to match that over here. It seems just a little unnecessary. I'm actually going to move it over just a bit. I'm actually going to bring all of this over just a bit. Okay. That is nice. Are we done, or should we add stuff? Well, I'm not really sure what else there is to add, because I don't really think that this has a place on like a modern certificate. I mean, now it looks terrible, but we could make it smaller, I suppose, and put it right there. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's close. It's really throwing off my whole modernization of the certificate thing. Yeah. All right. Okay, we're just gonna make that dark background and see how this works. Dark background, and we'll make this white. All of this totally white, so it'll show up on the dark. How is that? Okay, that's definitely a lot better. It's a dramatic improvement, but I still am not sure it is actually needed. And if it is, then maybe we should make it so much smaller. Or maybe the problem is the strokes. Because we've got the light colored strokes on all of this. So if we make the strokes white, the stroke, not the solid color, the stroke there, and that one, and I suppose that one, and the other one as well. Make those all white. I'm not really feeling that. Make that the dark again. And maybe we make that dark too. Ooh, hey, that's not so bad actually. We just needed to match the aesthetic of the entire thing. So we could put that here, I suppose. It seems kind of silly to have it on this at all, though. I'm not honestly sure if we need it. We could have it down here maybe. But again, if it's not needed, then there's, no point in putting it on at all. It's on here to make it look more traditional. It's not adding any new information. And on here, it's kind of taking away from the rest of the design. And I think it actually looks better here, but it's not adding anything. So I'm just going to put it out here and potentially forget about it. We will see. So instead of that, why don't we try playing around with the logo itself? So I'm just going to take away the text. There we go. And so we're going to play around with just this. And red in our reddy salmon color. And then we'll put it, why don't we make it enormous? Enormous. Ooh, look at that. Oh, I like that. That's so pretty. I mean, you can't read anything and all the information is gone, but it's pretty, right? So pretty. So pretty. Okay, well, that's kind of cool. Again, you can't read anything. So why don't we make it very low opacity, like 20. It's competing a little bit with literally everything on there. But what if we did it like that? Ooh, hey, that's not bad. Okay, so it's on there. Everything is kind of readable. It doesn't work like that so well. It really does not. We need to see, I think, a bit more of the actual logo here. I'm not sure about that, though, because the orientation of it doesn't really fit. Whoops. So if I want to put the giant E on here, how do I make it work so that it isn't drawing or pulling all the focus away from the stuff that actually matters, which is the text? And maybe it's just because it's too in your face. Okay, so I've brought it down to 15, and it seems to be a little teensy bit better, but I'm super not sure if I like it at all. No, I definitely like it added in here. It definitely adds something, I think, anyway. And I don't hate that where it's kind of off the side. It just feels a little bit awkward, like it should be on the other side of the page. But I mean, if I was going to have it on the other side, then I would need to rotate it, and then it's just an upside down logo. It looks a little bit like an annual report cover, which is nice. I like annual report covers. Maybe, I already did one of those. I can do more. They're fun. So why don't we try to bring this down in size a little bit and see if we can align some of the edges to the rest of the stuff we have going on here. Like, we can align this to the course title. Maybe different. That, but different. Yeah, okay. Let's see here. No, I think it needs to be much more enormous than that. But no, it's still kind of awkward. There's like a specific size this needs to be in order to make it work. Maybe like here. And there. And there. Yeah, maybe. If I can align that with the bottom of the text there, because that is something that will always be the same. Like for whatever name would be in this, if this were a real certificate, you would want to make sure that it could fit for any name. Let's see, do we like that? I don't hate that. It is a little bit faded, so I can make it maybe like a 25 instead. Because I think bringing it up to full strength would just be too much. What about if we have it like up here in the top as well? What about if we only have it up there? No, it kind of needs to be down here as well. Oh, the trickiness of design. What do we do? When there is no right or wrong answer, what do? You just keep going until you like it, and then you call it done, I guess. Right? No, I think it needs to be over here. Okay, let's backtrack where I had it before. Right there. And this one I don't think we need here. What if I made this bigger and aligned to this a little bit? That feels worse. This feels way worse. Although maybe it's because it's on top of everything and not under. Nope, that's the same. Okay. Where to put this so that it fits? Okay, that's not bad. I kind of like how it, it's bringing you down into the text to read the rest of the stuff. Like, no matter what, you're going to read Sabrina Spellman first. And then you want to be taken down into the text. Okay, that's not the worst thing in the world. Certainly not the best thing. Maybe right there. I don't hate that, but it's okay, I like that actually. That is sort of fitting all the edges really nicely. And again, if this name were longer, it would still work. Okay. Yeah, I like how it just sits right there. That's kind of nice. But I don't like how it's not sitting perfectly there. And I don't really want to change that. So I don't think that's going to work so well. Nor is that. We should have that so it's good. Yeah, this is when it gets to like the creative part, things get so much trickier. So much trickier, because then it's all up to you. It's not like, oh, hey, what makes the most sense? It's just make it look good, and that's about it. Just make sure it looks good. I mean, that looks good, but then you're missing this whole chunk here, so it makes the logo just look like this weird S thing, and I don't like that. It's messing it up. Okay, let's just go back to what we had previously, and we'll bring it down to a 15. So we know it's not going to interfere with absolutely everything. And maybe up again. Or just ignore everything above it and just put it right there. That's not bad. We could probably do that. Let's take a look at the original again and then go back and remove it entirely. No, it still needs it, and I'm not putting that little thingy back in because I hate it. I hate it. I just hate it. I've decided I hate it. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, where do we want this to go? I don't know. I like it down here. It seems to work nicely down here somewhere. And I mean, that kind of works. Okay, I'm going to bring that up to 25 again because it's not going to be actually under any text. It's just sitting there. everything is nicely aligned. I'm assuming that's aligned with that. Well, no, but it can be. Oh, no, let's bring this up again and align it. And bring that down. And then I wanted to have that so it's aligned here with has successfully completed. And what about, maybe we break this down a bit. And then we'll go back and align everything again. Oh wait, what did I do? And then try that again. And have that aligned with, again, has successfully completed. Okay. So that, I think, pretty much works. I'm only bothered by this tiny little bit here where there's like nothing, but now I've made that a bit larger. So I think that could work. Okay. Do we love it? Do we hate it? Do we want to bring it up some more? I'm going to bring it up to the top. To the tippy top of the page here. So we are using the full amount of margin that I have allowed myself to use. And then we'll bring this down a little bit. So we are at the bottom of the margin. And do we like this? I'm actually wondering if I should have made this like all caps here. CEO. I mean, if issue date is all caps, then we should probably have that as all caps. Oh, well, we didn't, but we fixed it now, so it's fine. Of Encore. CEO of Encore, which would probably be a name in most cases, but not in this case. Nope, not in this case. So, yeah, I think that mostly works, although I've lost a little bit of my alignment there. Okay, that works. Yes. Do we want to bring this down so that aligns with the bottom of the... No, I kind of like having it where it is. Mostly. We could bring it down here, actually, so it's aligned with the bottom of the E there. I mean, that kind of works. I mean, the only reason we have the margins on here was to accommodate our kind of border area because it was more traditional. But this one, we still have a nice, non-existent, just a white space border around the edges of the page. I think that kind of works. I don't like that it goes outside of my established borders, but it looks okay. So I guess it's just, no, I like that. I like the very large border around. So, okay, so that it's just not going to align with the E shape here. Okay, that's fine. Should we bring this up to like 35? Perhaps? Maybe. Okay, 35 works. And then should we add in another one like around here or something? Not like that, but maybe like that. Or maybe we just call it a day. Should we call it a day and say that this is our completed design? Honestly, we probably should, because this is it's taken me a long time of just like figuring out how to get this all to work together. Okay, are we aligned? No, we're not aligned. We're not aligned, but we will be soon. And align this back up with that right there and bring it all this way. Oh my goodness. But now look at all the beautiful alignment that everything is participating in. It's so pretty. Okay, I think we're done this modern certificate design. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will put a link to the video for the traditional certificate if you're interested. And please let me know if there's anything you think I should change or add, if there's anything I could do in a maybe quicker way, because I am still learning Publisher and Affinity Designer and Photo or Affinity Photo. So there, it's a learning process, but it's pretty fun. I like these programs a lot. And, no subscription model is awesome. And I like that so much. Also, they update all the time, which is great. Okay, now this is turning into an ad for Affinity. Sorry. Anyway, so let me know if there's anything you want me to do in any of the Affinity programs. And I will try to do that. And I guess that is it. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.